Hello, everybody. It's Dr. Wanda Toro Tarini, also known as the Nerdy Girl Entrepreneur. And I just figured I would go live today and take you on a tour. Are you up for an adventure? I'm going to wait just a couple seconds, but I know that most of you are going to watch this on a replay anyway. But we have so many exciting things planned for the Rocket Fuel Metaverse. And I just wanted to make sure that people understood what it was that I'm talking about when I'm talking about the metaverse so that they can appreciate how awesome it is. Hey, Fraser, how are you? So they can appreciate how awesome it is and how it up levels any sort of virtual event, Facebook group, etc. Okay, the goal for Rocket Fuel, our mission at Rocket Fuel, is to connect ambitious entrepreneurs with experts that are rocket fuel for their business or for their lives, right? With experts that can provide information, education, inspiration that can accelerate the goals that you already have there in your mind, right? And what's very exciting for me about Rocket Fuel is that it's a super different mentoring and education sort of environment, because from my perspective, even though I've been in business almost 20 years, almost, um, I don't know it all. I don't have all of the perspectives, all the experiences that are out there. And so my thought was to collect and curate these experts, this wisdom, so that entrepreneurs have a place to go and know that somebody's got their back and somebody's kind of looking at the newest, or it doesn't even have to be the newest, some of the best standing, tried and true marketing, sales, finance strategies, mindset, wellness, health, all of these things, right? What can be rocket fuel for you? And so I started this with a podcast and interviewing super awesome people. And then I started a Facebook group just to connect super awesome people and learn about all of the wonderful things that people are doing out there. And this past year, because I'm a super techie geek and I always like to kind of kick it up like 10 notches, right? I looked at what we've been experiencing with virtual events and recognizing that we just missed being able to communicate to the person that's sitting next to us, right? Watching a presentation, being able to meet the presenter possibly afterwards, or just to be able to have that chat with your colleagues afterwards, that connection, right? So when we experience a lot of these virtual presentations, which will still continue on, right? It's just recognizing that they're good when it's presenter kind of talking at you, and sure, maybe they might like, seeing your faces, and sometimes you give reactions and stuff like that. But you never get the opportunity to really meet them one-on-one afterwards, or maybe in a small little group, right? Remember that line, sometimes if you're a presenter, you may have experienced this. If you've watched people, you may have been in that line where you really want to be able to talk with the speaker and you have that one personal question. But you can't do that in traditional virtual presentations, right? And using Zoom. But in the metaverse, you can. So I'm really excited to be able to show you guys the metaverse and kind of walk you through, because I find that every time I share it, then folks just get more ideas as to how they would want to utilize the metaverse. So I'm just going to get right to it. And then I'm going to be yapping, of course, the entire time. All right. So by the way, I'm going to put this link in my chat. Okay. Anyone can hop into the metaverse. Okay. Hop on into the Rocket Fuel Metaverse. And I'm going to put this with me. Yay! And I'm going to put the link right here. Okay. So actually, it's just metaverse.rocketfuel.com, or ROCK-IT fuel.com. All right. But I put it in the link there. So you hop on in. It is currently free to enter. At a certain point, we might charge a small monthly membership fee, because it does cost to have people in the metaverse, right? It does cost us, but right now it's important enough for you guys to experience it that I'm going to let you go on in for free and check it out. All right. So if you use that link, then I'm going to share my screen here. You're going to get to this page. And that's where you can click on the enter the metaverse button here. Okay. And maybe I might actually go back to that page for a second. So this clarifies that, the metaverse does require a PC or a laptop and high-speed internet. Okay. So you are going to be in a virtual environment. And it doesn't work on a small little phone. There will be video chat features and all that stuff, but you'll see why you want to be able to sit at a PC or a laptop and definitely have high speed internet, because there's a lot of it's high resolution. It's 3D-ish. So you can also become an official member of the metaverse. I'll talk a little bit more about this. If you're a member, then you will actually be communicated to. You will have access to the calendar of events, right? And this is a curated collection of wisdom, I like to say, right? So there are weekly turbo boosts. There are cyber socials with experts. Monthly mentoring office hours that we're holding in the metaverse, a monthly meta mingle, watch parties, etc. I'm going to go through all of that, but the purpose is not to sell you on this, although I would love for you to become a member, but I just want to give you that perspective of what it is you're becoming a member of. So we are partnered with a development company called Metaverse, right? MEET Averse. And so we worked with them on creating this environment and really customizing it for the entrepreneurial experience. When you first log in, though, you will have the opportunity. I'm going to show you in a moment. You're going to have the opportunity to upload an image here for the head of your avatar, and then upload an image for the body of your avatar, right? It could be your logo. It could be a call to action. Here, I have a catchword call to action. So if I'm walking around, somebody could connect with me and text my catchword and get a little summary of who I am, and kind of like an e-business card, but better, right? What my personal mission is and such. And this is really, really valuable when it comes to optimizing the networking power of the metaverse. Okay, so you will have the opportunity to also, of course, establish your name here and enter your company name, your face image, as well as your logo or whatever you would like to put here, call to action. Okay, then you're going to join, and voila, here's the metaverse. So the metaverse is actually designed to resemble a physical building, and I had a lot of different ideas as to what I wanted this to be. By the way, I'm just going to look to see if you guys have any comments. Feel free to send the comments. I can see them here in StreamYard. Oh, I just realized you're not seeing. Oh, hold on. It opened up in another thing and you're not seeing it. Oh, man. All right, hold on a second. I'm like, voila, and you can't see it. It's really cool, I swear. All right, let's add another screen share here. So while I'm talking, I'm going to here share that. There you go. Can you see that? Yay! So yes, it's created to resemble a physical convention center, and I had different ideas, because I mean it's limitless, right? Based on your creativity. And I did have a lot of creative ideas, but I wanted to first introduce the metaverse to you guys as something that is a little bit more familiar to us, right? So a convention area where you would have an area, a stage where presenters are presenting, and you would have potentially some an exhibit booth area, and some other things. So I'm going to walk you through this, but it's a morph of that experience. So when you're in the metaverse, you can walk around. You can actually use your mouse. You can use these arrow keys here to move around, or which allows you actually to do, or you could use your mouse, which is cool because then you could look at the ceiling and the floor and you could kind of do some funky things there, right? I tend to use my arrow keys on my keypad, on my keyboard, and I feel like I can be a little bit more stable and moving through the through the metaverse. But here we have our main stage, and right now we're actually announcing our presentation, that our featured presentation that is going to be playing live on February 2nd. And so this is what I was super excited about yesterday when I posted my reel. But we are going to be talking about AIifying your business with the queen of AI integration in small business, Molly Mahoney. She has been actually working with AI since 2021, and is really into optimizing AI to automate, especially for small businesses. And this is like super valuable because we don't have a lot of time, we don't have a lot of resources. So utilizing automation and artificial intelligence is super important for us to figure out. Anyway, so that is Friday. Now, what's going to happen on Friday is when you hop on into the metaverse, you're going to walk on over to the main stage, and it's going to ask you to join. You're going to say, yes, I'd like to join. And then when we go live with our interview, you'll be able to see it here. You can react, say, I love this, etc. But right now, nothing is going on. So we are going to leave the main stage. Okay. But that is how you actually go and attend the main stage presentations. Okay. It will not be playing. It will not be playing while you walk by. You actually have to kind of enter the room. And in this case, the room doesn't have walls, but you have to enter the area. Okay. So make sure that you join that area. Now, after her session, what we're going to do is actually record the Rocket Fuel podcast interview. We're going to record it live and stream it into the metaverse. And what's cool about that is that you'll be able to kind of come on into the metaverse, join, and chat with other people that are watching the interview as well. Okay. But then Molly and I are going to pop on over into the metaverse, and it'll be just like if we walked off stage and you're able to catch us after the presentation. All right. So at that point, so from 2 to 3 is the interview. And then from 3 to 4, we're doing a cyber social, which means you're mingling around. You can talk to each other about what you thought about the topic, about the presenter. You could learn more about each other and just socialize. And you also have the opportunity to talk with Molly or myself in regards to the interview or the topic, etc. What we're also going to do is probably have a little group conversation in these conversation areas. Okay. So if we walk on over, there are 3 designated conversation areas. And this is just an area where if you join, then you're part of the conversation. Okay. It's kind of like walking up to a group of people and everyone is welcomed. It is limited to only 17 people. So if you get locked out, you're locked out. So you would go in under this conversation area and it's going to ask you if you would like to join. If you can't join, it's probably because there are 17 people there already, but you will actually see everybody's avatars here physically. So you'll see like, oh, there's a cluster of people chatting right now. And so during the session on Friday, we'll designate, hey, we're going to specifically focus on XYZ. I'll probably actually have Molly go to one of the conversation areas so people can kind of gather around her and ask questions there. But anywhere within the metaverse, you can actually have a one-on-one conversation with somebody. You can actually go to chat, and actually, we have a couple of folks that are in here. Um, you can go to chat and actually ask somebody if they want to chat. So I'm just gonna try it out, and maybe I'll text them first and see, because some people come into the metaverse and then they forget to log out, so they might be just floating there, right? I'll say, "Hi, Joshua. Are you in here? Available for a quick video chat?" Let's see if he responds. All right. So you can message somebody, or you can just video call them or audio call them, right? So no matter where you see them on this list here in this chat area, you're going to see a list of all the people that are currently in the metaverse. You can send them a message, or send them just an audio call if you're not zhuzhed up and you don't want to be on video, or you can video them. And I'm hoping that maybe Joshua is available, because then I can show you what that looks like. If not, if you're watching this, hop into the metaverse. It might be a little hard for you to watch me and hop into the metaverse, but hop in. I'd love to see you, and then we could chat right here. So at any point, you can one-on-one chat with folks, and actually you can group chat. So when you're just walking around here, you can invite people to a conversation. The thing is, when you're out and about over here, you have to allow somebody into your conversation, versus if you're in a conversation area, it's open to anyone, right? So as long as up to 17 people, anyone that walks in is welcome to join that conversation. Alrighty. So if you look around, you saw there's New York City out there. Yeah, my hometown. Or actually my birthplace, I'll say. I didn't grow up in New York City. But then there are just little areas where you can say, hey, I'll meet you in at the Meta Bar, right? So at least it's kind of a landmark that you can tell folks to meet you at. Then there's the interview studio. The interview studio is really exciting. I'm going to actually check on StreamYard to see if anybody has any questions or comments yet. No. Okay. So in the interview studio, always there are always expert interviews that are playing. Okay. So in their interview studio, you also have to kind of approach and join. But if we join right now, we actually have a set of 3 interviews that are playing on demand for you, right? So here you can play it from the beginning. I love this interview with Andrew Cap about law of attraction. He wrote the fantastic book that's super, super easy and approachable. And all of these podcast interviews actually have a text call to action. Here, let me see if I could fast forward the banner on the video there, so that you can text for the interviewees resource. Okay. So it's packed with content. Even if there isn't a live event, you could come on in here. You could watch one of the interviews. There are chapters here. So you could skip to this one with Paul Ross about subconscious persuasion and sales, which is fantastic. And another here with Adam Rundle talking about clever profits and his method that he uses with 6 and 7 figure clients. So this is just something really awesome for you to be able to access on your own at any time, 24/7. Okay. This might look a little bit different than what it looks like for you, because I have admin access here, but I'm going to leave the stage here. Alrighty. So that is the interview studio. And then we have the marketplace. So once again, even though we have live events that are happening that will bring people in pulses, right, in bulk, then we also have all of this content for you to enjoy round the clock at your leisure. Okay. One of my favorite things, and what I was really excited about with the metaverse, is I figured, wouldn't it be great if entrepreneurs had a mall that they could go to, essentially, right? Where they knew that all of these vendors, all of these storefronts were provided services for entrepreneurs in particular, right? And so when I need a sales coach, when I need a new tool for streaming, when I need some mindset help, then I can go in and see who's available and what's available and decide on who I want to work with. And that was really important for me because I felt that I've made a lot of really quick decisions on working with people or companies, et cetera, because at the moment, that's what I needed, right? Or I was convinced that I needed it at the moment. And they were the first people that popped up. Perhaps they introduced the problem to me, right? That's part of marketing. Or perhaps they made me aware of the problem. They educated, they nurtured me enough, and I became interested. But what's really interesting and important for us to remember is that in a professional corporate environment, which is what I had come from prior to being an entrepreneur, we usually assess our vendors. We decide strategically what it is that we want to do, and then we look at the options, right? Like if you want a landscaper for your house, or a painter, or whatever. Like in life, most of the time you don't just pull the trigger on the first person that pops up in front of you. You want to do some sort of assessment process as to which is the best vendor for what you need, right? And I feel and I find that we don't do that enough as entrepreneurs. We tend to be very driven by our emotion, and then we just kind of move into action. So my point here is that the marketplace is your kind of one-stop shop to go in and say, hey, who is providing services in these areas, right? And the marketplace is intended to grow significantly, right? Right now we have 20 booths available, and we don't even have all booths filled, but we are working on filling them quickly because there's so many of you that offer great services and would want to be here. And the more people that we have here, then the more valuable it is for entrepreneurs, right? So it's a little bit of a chicken and the egg situation here. But let's walk into the marketplace. Oh, I actually see somebody here. I wonder, that is Joshua. Hey, I just want to show you, since he didn't respond to me, he might not be here. But this is what his avatar would look like as he's floating there. Hey, what's up, Joshua? Okay. He's one of our pro networkers, right? You know what? I'm going to try him anyway and just see. Call. Now, if he does pick up, then his avatar will move right in front of me as if we're talking one-on-one. And no, he didn't pick up. And this screen here will actually turn into his video screen, right? And then we'll be able to chat one-on-one here. Alrighty, so I'm going to move on. Through the marketplace, you have some amazing vendors. And when you actually go up to their booth, if you're interested in learning more,
Hey, it's Marley Jackson. Behind these two doors, I'm going to show you the two ways you can scale your business. Number one,
you can hear
spend a lot of money on
it very loudly. Okay, so you can watch their video there, and if you're interested in exploring their offer, then you can click on their podium here and explore their offer.
Hey, it's Marley Jackson. Behind these two doors, I'm going to show you the two ways you can scale your business. Number one,
disruptive
spend
marketing,
a lot
which
of
is
money
super
on
cool. But every one of these booths has some sort of special offer that we have discussed with the owner and we've negotiated so that you can kind of take advantage of that. If you are like, oh my gosh, I definitely need a booth here, there are some booths available in our current design. And as these get filled, then we're going to we already have plans on how the redesign is going to be as we add more and more booths. Okay. So lots of fun stuff for you to consume, and just to be aware of all the great people that are offering great services to support entrepreneurs, right? So that is the metaverse in a nutshell. Let me see if you guys have any questions. No. All right. The most important thing here is that I wanted you to appreciate what it meant for you to actually attend one of these events in the metaverse. So you'll always be popping in. When you pop into the metaverse, you'll pop in or around here. Remember that if you want to go to a live event that's happening on the main stage, you have to approach the main stage and join the main stage, okay? So once you approach the main stage, it'll ask for you to join, then you'll join, and then you'll be able to. I'm going to say not now. Okay. What's interesting is when you join the main stage, it'll actually seat your avatar in one of these seats, which is pretty cool too. So it's really nice to see this filled up and see the reactions flying, the hearts and stuff like that. It's really, really cool. So don't miss out on our special event happening on Friday from 2 to 4 p.m. If you have been interested in AI, this is really awesome because it's not just a webinar. It's going to be an interview. I will be interviewing Molly. My focus is to really get like a specific nugget that you can utilize. She is actually giving away an awesome AIify Your Business Guide, which is a great summary on all the different ways that you can utilize AI for your business. It's really super valuable. And so that will be given out during the live interview as well. And then we're going to open it up at 3 o'clock Eastern. That 3 to 4 time slot will be the cyber social, right? So you'll be able to have conversation with other entrepreneurs about how they're utilizing AI. And oh, look, there's Josh. Here, let's give him a call. Let's see if he picks up. All right. Hey, Josh, I don't know. Can you hear me? Oh, he is connecting. So right here on the left-hand side.
Conversation with other entrepreneurs about how they're utilizing.
I can hear myself chatting there,
Hello?
Josh. How are you, Joshua? I think you may have muted.
I need to
Right. That's awesome. But as I'm going through the walkthrough, I'm also showing people here. Not only do I see Joshua there on the screen, but I also see him on the left-hand side.
I can hear you.
So right here on the left-hand side.
Oh, perfect. I hear a little bit of a delay.
Okay. Hello? I had to
Hi.
pause you on the other one, I guess. Or
I
to mute you.
know.
Because then you were talking. You don't want to talk to yourself, do you? Out loud.
No, I do that too often on my own.
I can't hear you on here, though. Right
Oh,
now, if you're saying anything.
oh, I think you're on. You may have muted me, so.
Yeah, I don't hear any sound.
Oh boy. All right. So
Okay.
that's a little
There we
bit of the complexity of kind of live streaming while you're on here and such. And actually, that's something to
Hello?
point out
I
that
had to
when
pause
you
you on the other
are
one, I guess.
on video and audio here in the
Yourself,
metaverse,
do you?
just as with anything else,
I
if
can't
you're
hear you on my computer. I can't hear any sound. All I can hear you is on the Facebook.
yeah, so if your audio
And I
and
got like a
video
light, like okay, if I lean over like here, okay, there you go.
if you're an audio
Let's
and
see if I
in
can fix
video
it with the
in some
earphones.
other sort of application, then like right now he's on Facebook, then it's probably going to
I just
interfere
don't have any
because
sound right now.
it needs
I
to
can
be
hear
able to
you.
know which microphone it's
I
going
don't.
to use.
Let's see if
So
this fixes it.
so I am going to pop off right now. Hold on. Just so I can finish this live stream, and then I'll call Joshua back when we're on there. So I hope that you guys enjoyed that, and if you have any questions, then please message me. But use that link, hop on over into the metaverse and connect with other entrepreneurs. This is the beginning, right? So I don't want you to go in.
Incoming call.
Excuse me, Joshua's calling me. Let's see. Hey, Joshua. He's connecting right now. You can see over here on the left-hand side that he's connecting with me. And so the point is that this allows you to have that interaction with other people 24/7. As we get more and more members, then I invite you to ask a couple of your colleagues just to join you in the metaverse and to have a conversation there, right? So you're welcome to do that as well. It's open. It's like your own private club that you get to go in, and it's just for you guys. So with that being said, poor Joshua, he's getting a little confused only because I think we're on multiple devices and such. But hop on in, and if you can, join us on Friday because the presentation is going to be amazing. Molly is a fantastic expert and a fantastic mentor. She really teaches people very, very well. And she has a theater background. So we'll learn a little bit more about that. But then you'll also get to interact with each other afterwards. So come on in, join us on Friday, but join us at any time. And if you become a member of the Rocket Fuel Metaverse, then you'll actually get access to our calendar of events and get access to specific mentoring sessions that we're having here where for example, I'll pop in twice a month and you can ask me anything, not necessarily about marketing or the metaverse or mobile or the things that I tend to kind of focus on, but you can ask me anything about running a business because I will be able to share with you at least my experience. And I'll also be able to share with you who I might think may be able to help answer your question based on our board of mentors that we have supporting the metaverse and other experts that I've interviewed along the way. So with that, I'm going to remove this and thank you guys so much. And I'll see you in the metaverse. Bye.